typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you longingly.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help. The Koldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds. How interesting. Once knew a group of young musicians. This was before. You know, cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Koldima Madakwa. We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns. Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all.
Do we really have time for this?
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kHz.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always not good, not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse seabirds most likely, gulls
and skewers, but shh.
A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Koldima Madakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong.
Shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here. I did, and I'm sorry for what...
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise. Oh, that.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to... She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me.
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark. I couldn't...
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw. I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't believe me either. I'm surprised Noid did. Andre I expected, but Noid, my associates, I haven't got much to say about them. Sorry. I just don't tell people about
To the cops.
me. I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still call. This feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Are you sure you're Pierre?
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not. Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it...
hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket. It's why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck. What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. This is... The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunch. There is no why. The smell, it's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can still... Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. It is death. It must be. The lieutenant has already...
Eyes up, detective.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and
a tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes known. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as it's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days.
Another dead body. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, a cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue. Oh no. This set you find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and...
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Height, 170 to 175. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of it. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight... He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap...
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels... Rybowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is hot. The blackness of death. Stench.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol. Before. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always
the entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take...
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot. But that's just a...
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You...
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
Because it's the most working class death you've ever seen.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for... No, I don't see anything that points in that direction.
Agreed.
Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role, but I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for... A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be... I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work. Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Hold on. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the librarian.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here.
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist.
Billy Mejean, you said. Give me a moment, I'll... Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Mejean's home address, is that alright?
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't... Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Mejean? Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87.
Good. You have a name now.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the...
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he... 1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me? One moment. Can you please describe the body?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign... I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting. 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of
Every snowflake is like a little gift from...
Give me a moment. It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Maisons in apartment 20 upstairs.
weathered brown door. The lieutenant motioned. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
You're right. Let's talk this through. We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Maison. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if dead. Just don't say that.
Good advice. The lieutenant motions.
Hello? Who is it? The police. A moment, please.
There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door.
It's you from the book stand. Did you I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you...
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and his condensation from stepping inside. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble? No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital?
How about some small talk before you break the news?
How have I been? You're not here.
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask more. Get comfortable around her. You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
What did you say? Oh. But
he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions.
what happened to him? Was he drunk? I see. And you just found him there. How long had he been?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears.
Here.
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Unreal.
God. Should I call them?
No. A day.
Good. That's probably the right. Just tell me, what do I need to do next?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that...
No, I'll call you if something comes up. Thank you. Thank you for telling me.
We should step outside and talk. You did well. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased. They'll manage. That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is... Let's go.